So here is something that I got from my friend of the show, Mark Thompson. Some of you guys know Mark. And this has to do with Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg, you don't say his name right. Pete Buttigieg, you don't say his name right. Pete Buttigieg, you don't say his name right. I can't take you seriously when you don't say his name right. My pearls are clutched. They are clutched. Consider them clutched. Look, I know that people has like 5 fans that are out there, and they always say, you don't say his name right, and I can't take you serious. Lucy's bailing. She's like, Pete Buttigieg bores me. I'm bored by that guy. He's got to have a little more oomph. I'm not into it, said Lucy the cat. Lucy, come back when you feel like it. She can do what she wants. But look, and first of all, I'm not even really making fun of his name. I'm saying his name like Count Chocula because I think it's funny. Pete Buttigieg is a millennial like me. He should have nostalgia for that commercial as well. Although, you know, he didn't know about Mad Magazine, so maybe he's not hip to that either. But that was a commercial when we were both growing up. But anyway, instead of going in the comment section and saying how I mispronounce his name and poke fun at the way I say the name, instead of doing that, which, by the way, feel free to do that because I find it hilarious, but also tell me policies of his that you like. I'll leave an easy bar. One. Give me one policy of his that you like. And don't just say go to his website. Don't you? People have done that. They're like, well, Mayor Pete has a lot of policies. Just go to his website. No. Tell me what you like. I know he has ideas on his website. I get that. Tell me what you like. Why is his healthcare plan that involves keeping the insurance industry at the table? And he talks about how we need some mental health, which that's true. Why is that better than Medicare for all? Why is that better? Why is his strong focus on immigration something that the right does? Why is that such a great plan? Such a big thing? His whole requirement for a year of service. Don't you think that'll kind of just end up being a military recruitment tactic? And don't you think the economy of war kind of needs to go away? Again, give me one policy of his that if somebody sat me down and they were like, what are some policy from Bernie Sanders that you like? I could go Medicare for all. Medicare for all, a better plan. That's the best healthcare plan we could hope for right now in this country that anyone's put forward. A Medicare for all single payer plan. That's the type of healthcare most of the industrialized world takes for granted, and we need it here. His plan to break up big media. His plan for universal broadband. His plan to eliminate student loan debt, which, by the way, costs less money than Trump's tax cut. By the way, he lays out how he will pay for all of these plans. The fact that he supports banning facial recognition in law enforcement. He's the only candidate to do so and to talk about that. He's for a reinvestment into our food culture. He talked about that in Iowa. Let's see. He is for free college. He is for living wages, and he has been effective in getting that done on the ground. So, I mean, I could just sit here and name these policies. Name something from Pete Buttigieg that you think is better. I'm curious. What's something from Pete Buttigieg? But anyway, here's the article here. One area where Pete Buttigieg does have some of those 5 fans that he has is from California's big donors. California's big donors are giving the edge to Buttigieg. See what they did there? See what they did there is a play on words because you say his name Buttigieg. And so edge, see. California always loves the next new thing, and this summer's West Coast sensation isn't a breakout star from a surprise hit film or the latest Apple gadget you didn't know you needed. It's Pete Buttigieg. So here's the thing. When it comes to Hollywood and California right now, Buttigieg came on strong in the spring and has not let up. In the second quarter of this year, he topped all candidates in nationwide fundraising, bringing in close to $25 million. A sizable share came from California. In California, Kamala Harris raised $3.18 million, but Buttigieg took $3.75 million. Why do you think that is? Well, I'll tell you what that is. First of all, again, these are the big name donors. These are big, deep pockets. They want an establishment candidate that's going to protect their tax bracket. Pete Buttigieg meets with Wall Street. He meets with those donors. He's fine being in their pocket. And he's fine doing their bidding. So why did he get a little more than Kamala Harris? Well, we live in the United States of amnesia, as Gore Vidal accurately put it. And in the first debate, Pete Buttigieg got confronted for not being a decent mayor and not confronting racism in law enforcement. Why didn't you fire the chief? I think it was Eric Swalwell that did that. So Pete Buttigieg got his head handed to him in that first debate. But in the second debate, Pete Buttigieg slid under the radar. He slid under the radar being like, all right, let me just kind of sit and have some good talking moments. Hopefully nobody calls out the fact that I don't even know how to be a mayor. What makes people think I'm ready to be president? I was corrupt as a mayor. I'm sure people will think, well, gee, I'm sure he'll be equally corrupt as a president. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris in the second debate got served by Tulsi Gabbard. That's why Kamala Harris fans are celebrating on Twitter that Tulsi Gabbard did not qualify for the third debate. So that's why. So now Pete Buttigieg is sort of the flavor of the week of the establishment. And it's going to vary. And it's going to base on debate performances. It's going to be based on who kind of gets a little bit more momentum and when. But the anointed ones, Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren now, Cory Booker. Cory Booker somehow still floating on in this campaign. I don't even think, I mean, we've talked about this. I don't even think Cory Booker himself knows that he's running for president. I think he just remembers every time there's a debate. But he's still holding on. Why? Well, because of all that donor money keeping him afloat. And all these candidates, oh, we're not going to take it, but then we'll take it in the general. So Pete Buttigieg sees a little bit of a bump from California. All right.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and